Hello guys, Omni here. We got another trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Remake from the Tokyo Game Show. They were holding off on this till the end of the conference, and it is here. Luckily enough, by the time I got home, there was an English trailer. Now, I've already had bits of this kind of shown on just Twitter, Instagram, and stuff that I just unfortunately was unable to avoid throughout the day, given this is such a big thing, and a lot of people I follow are big into this stuff too. So that's kind of my own doing. But either way, I'm sure there's plenty in here to break down other than Reno's chest. So let's go ahead and dive into the trailer.
Cloud,
Gorgeous as ever.
Give me a break. Jesse, Barrett.
Where you been?
Let's lay down some rubber.
Crank that throttle. Okay, you got it.
Who's that?
A soldier.
Can't say
What the
this is
heck?
quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
Oh god. Yes.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
Now, more than ever.
He's a
What?
keeper, all right.
Yeah.
I'll see myself in. Thanks. And who are you?
Man, I miss Quentin Flynn. But this looks great. Oh, that's interesting.
What do you want?
Wait a minute. Those eyes.
Just swing. Ooh.
Corneo's got certain tastes.
When are we going to see Cloud in the dress?
Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
It'll be fine.
That Mark Hamill.
After you.
I think that was Mark Hamill. Ah,
You led us on a merry chase, Aerith.
it just looks so great. And it seems like there's definitely darts. Ah, the squats. Tifa could work out too. I wonder how much you can do with it. I didn't even think about effects like frog and stuff like that. The president.
Bulltie! The hell we are! You still don't understand your role in this.
Dude, the summons. FFVIIR looks awesome. There's so much variety in the gameplay too.
Cloud!
Oh my lord, man. Oh no. Oh, look at that Chocobo chick's little hair. I still need to make a decision on which version of this I'm gonna get. Man, I am beyond hyped for this game. There aren't too many games coming out in the near future that I'm nearly or even remotely as excited for as for this. Still, I am a little disappointed that we don't have any of the classic voice cast returning to their roles in this. I do kind of like with this being a reboot in a way, them getting a bunch of new names, not kind of relying on what we know, though. I'm gonna, like I said, it's gonna take some getting used to hear these new voices. Some of them, see, maybe it's just the dialogue or some of the choice parts or scenes that they show in this trailer, but it's not a lot of the voice acting seems too spot on, but in other parts it does seem really good. Either way, the game looks beautiful, and likely there's probably a setting to enable the Japanese voices and just go with subtitles, which might be something that I go into and probably do for this one. But I'm pretty sure Don Corneo was Mark Hamill. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that just really kind of echoed that to me. I could be hearing it wrong. Could be, I don't know. Anyway, they just keep dancing around the cross-dressing Cloud. I know that's been talked about. They've said it's going to be in there, but I know they're just holding out on showing it to us. We saw a scene right before it would happen, and we saw a scene right after it would have happened in this trailer, but not the in-between. The only in-between shot we saw was of Don Corneo, and he's definitely got an overhaul. I love all the visuals in this game. I love everything they're doing, and like the parkouring, the climbing, the wall shimmying. You can play darts in the bar, and I'm wondering what else you can do in the little bits in the gym. I know to get the to get the wig right. I think in the gym you have to do the squat challenge against Big Brother, and we saw a glimpse of that. They've spiced up the mini game a little bit with adding in a kind of more rhythmy routine and adding in more buttons on top of a workout routine, doing like chin-ups with Tifa. I wonder if like you could just do it with anybody in your party, if there's different objects you can do in there. It really does. It's really starting to flesh out how Just Midgar is going to be kind of a full game with the kind of scope and scale that they're going for this. So I can't wait for this. I'm really curious to see what revisions to the canon they're going to be doing with their story. Because I know originally they were talking about if they did a remake, they would make adjustments to add in some of the additions to the continuity to make it flow more well with what has been added, such as Crisis Core and some of the surrounding games and Advent Children and stuff like that. But could they just kind of reinvent the entire canon in this and do something completely different with this take on it? Because I'm really curious to see how they handle the Zack portion of this storyline. It won't come up. I don't think it'll come up much in this portion of the game, because you only have the brief scene where Aerith and Cloud even talk about her previous relationships in the park. So I'm curious to see if they're going to elaborate that further on this to really kind of blend that together, or if Crisis Core is just going to kind of get retconned out of existence altogether. Because it does raise a lot of questions when you go back into 7 about Aerith and what's going on there, at least for me. So either way, I'm really curious to see how that all pans out, but I really like seeing that there's a lot of variations in the gameplay, and we get a little bit more of some examples of the combat for the boss fights. It looks really cool with what you can do with Aerith, with her kind of magical prowess in there as well, more of a ranged kind of staff mage caster kind of thing going on. We got some great looks at their new models for some of the summons, which looked great. Reno Rude, awesome. Again, I'm not all that bothered by Reno's chest, but it's just kind of being out there. It is a little strange of a choice, but oh well, go for it. Everything else in this, I think it just looks amazing. I think it looks gorgeous, and I can't wait to play it. Other than that, I really don't really have a whole lot more to add with this. I just want to see what Cloud in the dress is going to look like in this high definition. That's what I want. I want to see how that plays out. I would love to see, just like in this surreal realism kind of approach, how that scene actually plays out when Don Corneo's choosing which girl he's going to play. I want to see that moment, and I hope they don't change it, because there's some classic cheese in the original game that I really just hope makes it into this, because it's just amazing. And it seems like with the realism in this, or like the more detailed environments and world that we're getting in this, I think that what happens to after some of the events in this, because I am trying to dance around spoilers, I guess, a little bit, somewhat, for people that may not know what happens in there, but we see like a scene of some destruction of whatever that might be, kind of having a little more weight to it in this version of the game than it did in the original, because it is kind of glossed over a little bit in that, and they're definitely fleshing out a lot of these other side characters a lot more too. So I think there's going to be a lot more emotion in this game than maybe even the original. Of course, some of the ones we already know about, of course, are going to probably not hit any harder than they already did. But for some of the moments in the game that I think didn't get as big of an impact for people playing it back in the day, I think it's going to get a little more weight this time around, despite a lot of the goofiness of Final Fantasy VII and the Final Fantasy franchise in general. I can't wait. I don't have anything else to say about this, so I'm going to pass this off to you guys. What did you guys think of this trailer? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. I am beyond excited for this. I'm sorry. This is, I know it's like cliched to say, but this is the first Final Fantasy game I ever played. So I do have like a heavy bias towards it. It is still my favorite to go back and play even now over some of the other games. It's just my personal favorite. Cloud is my personal favorite protagonist out of all the series. Sephiroth's my favorite villain. It's my favorite team of cast members in the game, of party members. I just love everything about the world of Final Fantasy VII. I'm really curious and happy and excited and apprehensive a little bit to see how they recreate all of this and move forward into the next generation and bring this forward to a whole new era of players and see how this all pans out. So everybody play nice in the comments. If you like this video, make sure you support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments what you didn't like or what you disagreed with me on. I always love to know everybody's opinions, even if it's different from my own. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you all for stopping in. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.